Um, so it's been a little bit since we met, and that's because we had Thanksgiving week, and then we had the first week, the first Wednesday in the month, which we've all decided, we take a break, and some companies don't work that Wednesday. So the last time we met was around the 19th, but I do want to share with you in a few minutes like how much has gotten done. But just to recap the last time we talked about counters and we talked about putting together a list of counters and standardizing on those. And I think I also put a post on LinkedIn to try and see if anyone like college or intern or whoever was interested in helping. So I've created issue 680. No, it was a different one, 2139. I made a mistake here, but I'll show it to you later. I created one where I started it. And then we also talked about the NAT 64 support and VXLAN port range validation. So, um, and again, thanks to the people who have joined the Linux Foundation list. And if you can do that, I can deprecate the sonic-dash at googlegroups.com. So that would be awesome if you could click the link and do that. But so we had the follow-ups here, which I've created the issue for this, and we have ongoing work. The last time we did about 12 PRs completed, and we had quite a few more coming into in progress and waiting review. So attendees, and then of course, picture of the full notes if anyone was interested in reading. We also talked about those in the Psi experimental here, the Psi counters we needed to look at. So and recordings here, of course, whether you're on Teams or on YouTube. So any questions or anything about that? Okay. And what I wanted to show you too was, I think you all know I've been working on this, we're kind of a rhythm schedule here. And so just FYI, this is just in the last time period, but I can move this, we can track our merge and our creates and, seems like even though time goes by, we certainly tend to get a lot of work done. This is created in the last 21 days, and this is merged in the last 21 days. And what I'm doing is I'm pulling from the public APIs, the GitHub APIs, and I'm only including work items that have dash DPU or SmartSwitch in the title or the body so that I can kind of scale down there and not pull in everything from the SONiC repo. But I guess my point was we tend to get a lot done whether we meet or we don't meet. So just FYI, did you guys have any questions about that? So I guess this is more of feel proud of ourselves, even though, we're not always getting together, we still get a lot done. So starting off, did anyone have a PR they wanted to cover this week? Start out with you guys. I'm going to pull up the project board here. No? Okay. So I guess what I'll start with first is, so these are the items that were done since the last time we met, and there's about 30 of them, and there's quite a few cool ones to pick through. I wanted to pick Ramesh's brain about one of them, and we had some older ones that I closed with Mercia, and I'm very interested in this graceful shutdown support because we have so many issues or PRs on that one. But in particular, though, I wanted to look at or wanted to show you anyway. This is the issue I created for counters. And maybe I'm going to turn off my camera because my machine's having a tough time. Can you guys see this?
Sure can.
You can? Okay. So what I did was, we've had conversations around counters, et cetera, and I just, wrote that we had a need to standardize, et cetera, and call for contributions here. And so what I did was Michael Zygmunt had presented here this document with the counters he was interested in. And then we also had the Psi experimental, those counters. And then we had a document written by Riff. And so, and then we had a conversation around update intervals and things like that. But, basically I went ahead and I'm going to size this down a little bit. I created the table, which basically were the counters that Michael had talked about and the counter name. And if you, sorry, this is so long, but if you scroll over here at the bottom, you can see I put the descriptions in there that I know about, or, so there's a side counter name, description, notes, questions. So I went ahead and did this, and sorry, I need to figure out a way to make this text smaller, guys. Sorry about that. But I took the ones that Michael was interested in, and then I took the ones, these are the ones in Riff's document, and it's section 4731, 4732, etc. And I went ahead and put the corresponding side counter there that he had in his document. And then I also picked up, I had missed a few here about these ones here at the bottom. So I
And
have
Christina, you
these.
mentioned that we already got some contributions, right? Like some people commented. Hello.
Yeah. So this, oh, hi, Michael. I didn't see you there. Yeah, so this is kind of my contribution. I started it. And then I did get a contribution from AMD, and I think it was it Arun? Did you give that to me, or was that Cynthia?
Yeah, I did send it to you,
Yeah.
Christina.
So you sent
Awesome.
it to me, and I was going to try and merge it into this here so we could have, figure out where it fits in the list, And so I had that, and
Perfect.
I
And
was
I have a
hoping.
question. So Arun, the one that you sent to Christina, right?
Mhm.
Where you maybe get a chance to figure out which one of them already are mapping to the site counter names and which one don't have a mapping to the site counter names?
Yes, Michael, I did go through the ones that are
Uh-huh.
and the few duplicates. I marked them as well, and there are few counters. I had few queries, so I put the comments there. Maybe we can go over it once to get a clear picture there.
Awesome.
Did you guys want to go over those here, or did you want to do it in a separate call, Michael?
I think we can, depending how much time we
Sure.
have.
Okay. Let me just pull up a. Is that okay with you, Arun, if I pull it up, or
Sure,
it's
Christina.
okay?
That's
Okay.
fine.
Let me do that real quick, and just give my machine a second here. So here's an example of what we were looking at, and you had mentioned there's a filter here, and
And
so
the support,
do
perfect.
did I need to put yes or no here, Arun? I forget.
So Arun, take a question. The counter names on the left, those are the Pensando AMD counter names, right?
Right. It was there in the document. I
I
put
see.
it
Yeah.
and then put the description there.
Mhm.
And so there are few counters which has detailed ones. So for example, the drop counters per ENI, they have
Mhm.
detailed counters, but there are no total packets drop per ENI. So those actually will is it required because we do have a detailed one, Michael, there.
Yeah, so I would say if you have some additional counters, right,
Correct.
then let's add them to the list, those ones that you have.
Sure. Okay. So
Because
yeah,
potentially you want the other vendors to also potentially standardize and also potentially capture those counters, yes.
sure. Sounds good. Yeah. I'll enhance it with the additional counters too. Yeah.
Awesome. And you added the description, right, for the counters that you listed. That's
Correct.
super awesome.
What
That's super awesome. That I was looking for a lot because we kind of get some of those, but yeah, perfect. Perfect.
So what I was planning to do was take this content and add it to the markdown, if I could.
Yeah, I
Is
was
that
thinking,
how you want
Krishna,
it?
maybe we can create some counters markdown, which will basically have the counter name, the sign name, description, and then basically let's say columns per vendor if each vendor supports it. So kind of like you have the summary at the beginning, right, and kind of extend this table that you have, right, uh,
If
with all
you
the
if you
updated
scroll
description from yes.
if you scroll across the bottom, I'm having a hard time because I'm not a dev figuring out how to make this smaller, but you can scroll across the bottom and see counter name, description, notes, and questions.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and I think Ramesh was trying to help me make the text smaller, but just FYI. So I was working on that. That's, I guess, one of the ones I wanted to pull up. And
Hmm.
then let's see.
Yeah, and I was wondering, can you get similar? Let's update this in this case based on what we got from Aaron, right? And can you get
Yeah, I will.
similar information from, for example, NVIDIA to figure out which order counters they already support? Do they have different counter names? And then based
Yeah.
on this, we can kind of aggregate together. Yeah.
So I've sent an email to ask. I'm not sure, guys from the NVIDIA team, have you seen that come through?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Okay. And if you want to, if you'd rather not edit the I mean, I prefer the markdown is edited, but if you don't want to, I can help out and, add things in. I'm pretty good at that kind of stuff. So,
No,
so
that's
that's
fine.
the
We
one.
just need to review all of them with our NIC team because I myself am not enough.
Sure, sure. And if you want me to do that with them too, let me know and I can set up a call. Um, And so that was the one I had started off and I was interested in. I think that a couple that were interesting to me here was, I hope you guys can see okay, but change the database that the DPU org agent listens to for all orgs. That was interesting. That was just a change of subscription model, what they're subscribing to, I guess. Um, so they subscribe to this one instead of this one. So that one was completed. And again, interject if there's one you specifically want to talk about. There's a lot for the graceful shutdown support, whether it's in the utilities repo or the SWSS or whatever. Did anyone want to give a quick overview of the graceful shutdown ones? I don't know if Ramesh is here.
Yeah, I'm here, Krishna. So basically, the intent here is to just to make sure that the platforms on a shutdown path do graceful shutdown of all the DPUs before shutting down anything, and then once the graceful shutdown is completed, as part of the graceful shutdown, it could be anything. One example could be just kind of clean up all the if there are any in transit kind of operations,
Entries.
which basically while
Yeah.
we are trying to shut down, just gracefully close
Yeah.
all those things in them. That is the intent, and basically that involves basically the chassis D, which is part of the SONiC platform daemon
Yeah.
repo, and in fact we created another daemon on host services itself, which is basically monitoring the event changes of DPUs going down from the table, and act on that one, and then basically take appropriate action, which basically again involves the common SONiC platform common, where we have the SONiC utilities where we have the CLIs and things like that. So about like 3-4 repos touched
Yeah.
as part of this. It's a major shake-up a little bit in
Yeah.
terms of code, but like finally we did converge on that, and it's all up and committed.
Thanks for that. That's like a lot of understanding of SONiC there, I guess. You have to really get it.
Yeah, the most important thing there is like lots of corner cases and race conditions. As
Yeah.
there are so many operations can go in parallel, which can
Yeah.
cause race conditions. So we kind of are trying to avoid all those conditions and monitor the transition at one point, which is the DB, which will be a single point of truth. So we based on that, we kind of avoid all race conditions.
Thank you. Thanks. I thought this one was interesting too. We just had to kind of add a timer here. I guess it was missing. I think Jing did this one. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was Jing. So adding these timers here. That was a good one. And then of course, we had a full upgrade of soccer management, just SONiC management, just FYI. And then we also added a loopback check here for HA. I guess HA needed a loopback interface that was not there or something like that. So did that. And more graceful stuff here. And then thought this one was interesting. Stabilize test DSCP to Q mapping. So we were like flushing the data plane before sending and verifying packets. Maybe it's not interesting to you guys, or maybe it is, but I just thought that was interesting. So that one was done. I think this is NVIDIA who did this one. Is that right, Sasha? Race War?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for that.
Yeah, that
That's
was
awesome.
submitted by NVIDIA.
Yeah. And then, so a lot more here. Some are specific, to certain platforms. This one actually was interesting. It's closed, meaning it's not necessarily fixed, but it looked like a new contributor. So this person, who apparently is a student at the University of Chicago, is trying to help out. This one in particular ended up being a duplicate of another one we had, but that's kind of cool. People I don't know working in the repo. And that's about all I had there.
That's pretty awesome that if someone's upside is also contributing.
Isn't that crazy?
That's super awesome. Cool.
Yeah. And then what I have to do, because I was prepping for the call yesterday, is these are the new ones, the created ones that came in over the last 20 days. And of course, Michael, I created this. You had asked for V6 support and 6.4, not 6.4, but we did need, I think we were going to get some requirements or have some talks about this. Is that right? The last time you were here, you had asked us to create this upcoming feature.
I would say V6 is general, then the NAT64 definitely will give some talk. I gave some high level overview last time, but we can do some additional talk like in January on this one.
Yeah, and let me look at the high level overview last time should have been down here in the full notes. And here it is. So you wanted translation using configurable prefix-based routing and NAT pools. And yeah, so I'll add that stuff into that one. And then I guess we had a fix running SONiC management test cases that I haven't quite looked at yet. And move excluded feature from exclude list. So just different stuff that is going on. I need to kind of go through these, but and I'd love to get a merge on, what is his name? Farhan and Farhat, their Python that they had integrated for us. So I need to work with Prince to get a merge on that. So that's kind of where we're at today. Did anyone else want to talk about anything in particular?
Yeah, I have a question. So,
Sure.
there was like the PRs and SONiC SWSS, which like changed the subscription from application DB to DPU APPL DB. So the corresponding SONiC management test is like still not merged.
Yeah,
I
was
think we need.
that from, was it Bing
It's from
Wang?
Prabhat.
Did Bing Wang need to do it? Was it
I'm not sure
21311?
who does it. I just wanted to.
Let me look here. Was it, no, it's not the inner source one, was it?
I sent it in chat.
Oh, did you? Okay, let me grab it. Thanks. Oh yeah.
Some more work is needed, or someone just needs to approve it?
I think it just needs to be merged, yeah.
Dash orgs are supposed to listen to that. Okay. Didn't we just, I thought that we just talked about one where they did this.
SONiC SWSS, I mean, like the occasion changes are merged, but the SONiC management, the test cases are not updated yet to align with that.
Okay, I'll follow up on this one. So you said the org changes are merged,
Yeah.
but we need the SONiC management test.
Yes, exactly.
Do we need the test changed or merged? Or like...
So the changes are done already in this PR. We just need it to be merged.
Okay. Probably everyone's tired of me tagging them in PRs, but yes, I'll make sure. I want to make sure I have that one actually. 20995. Yeah, and that's in draft. Okay. All right. I'll follow up. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Marian, was there anything you wanted to cover? Or I noticed you added a header file for prints to a PR.
No, that's on hold because we're exploring other options.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was just saying I noticed that that was done, but if there's anything else you wanted to talk about or anything, then that is all I have for the day. My task is to go through all of these ones that are blank and see where we're at with all of these, and then I need to integrate those counter information into 2139. So that's what I'll be working on. Oh, piece of good news. I guess our paper got accepted at NSDI 26, the SmartSwitch and flow offload. I think that's pretty big
Awesome.
accomplishment. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. So yay us. So now I guess although it wasn't initiated by me, it was initiated by a researcher who was interested in our project in Microsoft Research. And so honestly, they did a lot of the work based on the content we have. So and I was just there to hand out bits of information and testing and stuff. So that's kind of cool. So all right. Well, thanks everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a great rest of the day. Thank you.
Thanks.
Christina. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.